What's up everyone, Shirley here. Today we're back in Ny'alotha looking at Prophet Skitra on Mythic difficulty. I'm running the standard single target build for Arms Warriors right now with one slight difference. I'm running collateral damage on this fight instead of Warbreaker. That's for a very niche thing that you can get kind of lucky on in this fight that you'll see a little bit later on. And as far as corruptions, right now, you know, it's kind of whatever you can get. I have the Twilight Devastation Sword off of the last boss, as well as some bracers that have Gushing Wound on them, are the two things that I'm running currently. And jumping right into this fight, we're going to go ahead and pop all of our cooldowns on Skitra right off the bat, go through our standard opener. We aren't popping Lust here, we opted to save it for later on during the execute phase just to secure, you know, just to make sure that we get the kill down. And at 80%, we're going to go ahead and hit this first transition period, and we're just kind of standing around waiting for our tanks to mark up all the different areas in the room wherever the illusions can be. And they're the ones that are going to be calling out our strategy to pick, you know, which one of these prophets we need to go ahead and nuke down. And it was X over here, so I'm going to go ahead and swap to it and just burn everything on it. And be sure to, you know, don't let the laughing guys drive you insane. So as soon as we get that down, it's back on the boss, and it's pretty rinse-repeat from here on out. The only real mechanic we need to worry about too much is the illusion thing. What's it called? The Shred Psyche ad that comes out, and we're opting to take this one just a little ways out, 20 yards or so away from the boss. If you were stacking really tight on one edge of the boss, you could probably just max like melee range it on the other side of the boss and it would be fine. But we've opted to run this one out here, and depending on which realm you're in, because the groups are split from the start of the fight, you don't see it necessarily, and unfortunately I didn't get lucky to see the little ad here during, you know, the first couple of ads that came out, so I can't cleave on them or help damage it until it swaps the Mind Realm right here. So we're just chilling out for a second. We do have to get down the Shred Psyche ad, but there's a lot of damage coming out, so I wanted to sit in this bubble as long as I could. And the call was made to swap over to the ad here on Square, so we're going to go ahead and get that down. I did eat a thing from beyond there, so that got a little bit sketchy. I would recommend speccing into Stormbolt, and there's another one that came out there. Or you can have your cloak up, of course, but Stormbolt, you can actually stun the things from beyond. And they do follow you for 8 seconds, and Stormbolt's, you know, only a 4-second stun. But for whatever reason, it seems that if you CC them in any kind of way, or at least with Stormbolt, that they just go away after the Stormbolt ends, even if there's, like, duration left on the thing from beyond chasing you. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but for me, if you hit it with that, it's usually enough that you don't need to worry about it after that point. We do get to the next Shred Psyche over here that I can see, so we're going to move the boss. We should have been doing, or we were doing this for all of them, I just couldn't see where it was. That allows us to get a benefit off of collateral damage to cleave down each of these ads and get some rage refund back to get a bigger Test of Might stack. And the higher Azerite item level you get with Test of Might, excuse me, the, you know, just the more crazy the scaling gets on it. And during this last, you know, phase here, what do you want to call it, transition, we're to come down here and get these last two. And this is the reason I actually spec'd into collateral damage in the first place, because if you're lucky enough, when we're doing this part, you'll get two of these guys that'll spawn right next to each other, and that way we can collateral damage onto the other ad. And that doesn't count for, you know, like overall boss damage that you're padding on that second guy, but it's still a single target DPS increase because I'm getting the extra rage refund back from collateral damage onto the primary target, and you're getting, you know, big fat 10,000 strength Test of Might windows onto that primary target, which goes a long way, you know, of course. So anytime in the raid you can get away with that, it's, you know, definitely worth doing. There's a lot of fights in here so far that's, because of the scaling of Test of Might, I can definitely see taking Cleave or collateral damage over Lord of War, you know, which we hadn't really done in the past, just to get as big of a window as we possibly can, especially if we're in the execute phase or during Bloodlust, because you're going to get, you know, just twice the value out of it, basically. Just an insane buff off of that. I'm going to go ahead and back off away from this thing, as we're taking a ton of damage again here. The stacks are getting pretty high. But our range are going to go ahead and hopefully finish that one down, and our last illusion is over here on square, and we're getting pretty low, so we opted to pop potions and lust a little bit early here just to secure this. We wanted our healers to, you know, be able to rebound this damage as fast as possible, so we did lust a little early, which was fine, because frankly the last 20% is probably not worth saving the entire lust for anyway, so this was a good time to do it. And I got 10 seconds left on my CS window here to come up, and we're to go ahead and have Memory of Lucid Dreams waiting and prepared for this, you know, making sure that we're saving that for that 20% execute phase, especially during Lust. Because right now, when I got this kill with the 3 pieces, you know, you're getting upwards of like 17,000 strength with that, and with, you know, like full 475 Testamite pieces, you're, I don't even know, probably around 20k. Haven't really tested it yet, but it's pretty nuts. Anyway, there's Prophet Skitra on Mythic difficulty. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.